segment. And to quickly take us on this journey is still in the studio, Mr. Charles Fakroha.
Thank you. I think maybe we'll be borrowing about 4 or 5 minutes from
All right, no
before.
problems.
Okay, so we've been talking about stress management, what is stress and all that, and we've been able to look at the difference between stress itself and burnout. You know, burnout is when over a period of time you are stressed and you don't take care of it. You just one day you just come out. So if you are still not convinced about the need to prioritize stress management, these 14 facts might help us. Let's look at them. One, stress is referred to as a silent killer, as it can cause heart disease, high blood pressure, chest pain, and irregular heartbeats. Yes, telogen euphorism is a result of hair loss caused by stress that can happen up to 3 months after a stressful event. Stress accounts for 30% of all infertility problems in women. Stress can cause spasm in the fallopian tubes and uterus. In men, it can reduce sperm count and cause erectile dysfunction. So you can see that stress is very, very important, that we must have to take care of ourselves and manage our stress.
Exactly.
Stress, researchers have found that stress worsens heightening more so that the prevalence of oily skin. Stress can cause weight gain too.
Wow.
Yes, the stress hormone cortisol has been found to cause both the accumulation of abdominal fat and the enlargement of fat cells, causing disease. Correlation has been found between stress and the top 6 causes of death: cancer, lung ailment, heart disease, liver cirrhosis, accidents, and suicide. So we can see that 7, in children, chronic stress has been found to negatively impact their developmental growth due to a reduction of the growth hormone in the pituitary gland. The word itself, stress, stems from the Latin word stringere, meaning to draw tight.
Wow.
In the event of chronic stress, dominant hormones are released into our brain. These hormones are intended for short-term emergencies, and in the event where they exist for extended period, they can shrink, impair, and kill brain cells.
This is a serious issue.
Stress can increase the likelihood of developing blood clots, since the blood prepares itself for injuries and become stickier. Chronic stress can place pressure on and cause damage to arteries and organs. This occurs due to inflation in our bodies caused by cytokines. Stress is also responsible for altering our blood sugar level, which can lead to fatigue, hyperglycemia, mood swings, and metabolic syndrome.
So meaning that the mood swings in women is
Yes.
not a natural thing, it's actually stress.
Of course, that's actually stress.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
On a positive note, we can reduce our stress level by laughing. Having a chuckle lowers the stress hormones, including cortisol, epinephrine, and adrenaline. Laughing also strengthens our immune system by releasing positive hormones.
Okay, beautiful.
More good news, especially for chocolate lovers. Anyway, I'm not encouraging people to take a lot of chocolates, but they say the dark chocolate has been found to reduce stress hormone.
Wow.
So these are some of the 14 basic facts about stress. Before we go, let's just look at 7 tips for stress management. How do you manage stress? How do we manage stress? Before discussing stress management technique, there are several factors to consider. The following 7 tips are adapted from the Psychological Association. You know, we can check out for the support you can get. So, but number 1, understand your stress. That's the first thing when you are trying to manage stress. You need to understand your stress. How do you stress? It can be different for everybody. By understanding what stress looks like for you, you can be better prepared. And each for your stress management toolbox when needed. You know, worker A can be stressed up by doing certain things. That expose worker B to that, worker B will not be stressed up.
Yeah.
So each individual needs to understand what stresses them. 2, identify your stress sources. What causes you to be stressed? Be it work, family, change, or any of the other potential 1,000 triggers. 3, learn to recognize stress signals. We all process stress differently. So it's important to be aware of your individual stress symptom. What are your internal alarm bells? Low tolerance, headache, stomach pains, or a combination from the above symptom of stress. Recognize your stress strategy. What is your goal to tactic for calming down? This can be behavior learned over years and sometimes hiring the healthy option. For example, some people cope with stress by self-medicating with alcohol or overreacting. They will say, oh, let me just go and take 1 or 2 bottles to calm my head down. So people say, let me just go and, So, number 5, overeat. Implement healthy stress management strategies. I think we'll try and stop here, but let's take this 5th one. It will be good to be mindful of any current unhealthy coping behaviors, so you can switch them out for a healthy option. For example, if overeating is your current go-to, you could practice meditation instead, or make a decision to phone a friend to chat through a situation. The Psychological Association suggests that switching out one behavior at a time is most effective in creating positive change. So we'll look at other methods. Okay, we just have 2 methods. Okay, we can take it.
Yeah.
Make self-care a priority.
Yes, exactly.
Self-care. Take care of yourself. When we make time for our